Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of our EAFC 25 career mode here with Southampton. We had a bit of a crazy episode last time out as we had lots of big games in the Premier League. We managed to close the gap to Manchester City to just 3 points towards the end of the previous episode, and with 16 games to play it is a wide open title race between ourselves, City and Spurs. We've got lots of big games coming today in the Premier League, FA Cup and also our final two Champions League phase fixtures where Southampton currently sit top of the table. That's where we're going to be starting today as we host Lazio, who are currently struggling and fighting for a promotion place into the sort of round of 32 phase. But for Southampton, we're just looking to cement a place in the top 8. Come on, you Saints. Yeah, underway here at St Mary's, and actually our last two Champions League fixtures are two of our first three in today's episode. I think sandwiched in between facing Bournemouth in the Premier League. So yeah, I think one more win in the league phase will be enough to see us finish in the top 8. It's quite congested, but already we sit top of the league phase. So yeah, I reckon one more win will do it. Hopefully we'll get it here against a struggling Lazio side, and we'll secure our progression through to the last 16. Corner here for Lazio. They desperately in need of the win here, but that's headed away by Omar Solé, and Solé will bring the ball forward. Here's Yusuf into Mohamed Kudus. Space that wide for Walker Peters. And now Leonardo looking to get away. Marcus Leonardo, Chaibi, and Gillette running onto it. Fires it just wide of the post. Probably not the man we would want in that position. Gillette finds Edozie again. Now Nathan Teller out on this left-hand side. Edozie into Mara. And there's Sem Stein off the bench to probably win it for the Saints. The substitutes all linking up. Teller into Mara. Mara offloads to Stein. And Sem fires in his third goal in all competitions this season, and he's now found the back of the net in back-to-back games in all competitions as well, after netting the second against Forest. That should do it here at St Mary's, and that should be enough to see us through to the last 16. Well, after the game, we see a bit of news that Ben Brereton Diaz will be heading to Leeds United on a free. I don't mind that too much, staying in England, and we discussed it in the previous episode. Letting him walk on a free. We'll keep him here until the end of the current season. But yeah, at 28 years of age now, no goals, just the one assist this season, which came in the previous Premier League game against Nottingham Forest. But just gets garbage time, and we're sort of past his level now in the save. So Ben, thank you for your service. But we'll be seeing him head off to Ellen Road at the end of the season. So jumping into our second game of the episode, it is Bournemouth at home on the south coast at St Mary's, as Manchester City lose again at home to the Blues, Chelsea, who are now trying to cut the gap and claw themselves into the title race. A win here will see us go level on points with Guardiola's side and potentially jump up to first place if we win by 3 goals or more. Looking to be Iraola's side in the not a South Coast derby. Come on, you Saints. Oh, Kudus through to Archer, straight from kickoff. Cameron Archer, what a start from the Saints. Well, that literally came from nowhere. Ryan Manning, our former player, giving the ball away. Kudus with the vision to pick out Cam, who's given the nod today. And what a decision it was as he drills in the opening goal. We've got a great record against Bournemouth in this save, and I'm hoping we'll be able to carry on our winning streak against them with another one here. And what a perfect start. Cameron Archer, another goal in the Premier League in his fantastic goal scoring season. Ooh, that's a naughty tackle, that. And what colour is the card going to be for Tyler Adams? Crowd want a red, and it is a red. Tyler Adams sent for an early bath. It was quite a naughty tackle. Look at that boot, so high up in the air. And the USA international sent off. And, well, surely now we should be able to cruise to the victory. If we can score a few goals today as well, we will be finishing off the match day top of the Premier League. Well, a bit of a strange first half, that, because we got the early goal, then we had the early red card, and then we've seen absolutely no action since then. And this seems to be a recurring theme when we play Bournemouth, that they just get the ball and pass it around the back and don't look to play forward with any intent. It's very, very strange. But I do always have this whenever I face Bournemouth. I find it really difficult to get the ball off them because they just do this all game. I can't get the ball off them. I'm hoping to get a few more goals to send us top of the Premier League. But they've just got no intent on getting the ball forward and trying to score. It just keeps coming backwards. Well, that's going to do it here on the South Coast at St Mary's. Really, really strange game. I mean, I should have expected it. It's pretty much every time that we face off against Bournemouth this happens. But I want to take a look at the match facts here because I genuinely think Bournemouth have had about 70-80% of possession. Well, it's not quite that high, 65%, but no shots, no XG. They just didn't look to get forward at all. We'll take the win, of course, but we couldn't get the ball off them to go after more goals. So we win it by just a single goal to nil, and we'll move on to the next one. And that next game will be match day 8 of the Champions League phase. We are now confirmed as finishing in the top 8. I'm not sure if it makes any difference whatsoever if you finish anywhere between 1st or 8th, or if like top gets you a better draw. I honestly don't know, but to be honest, I'm going to be making quite a few changes. But before we get there, a couple of bits of bad news. We see a transfer request from Virgil van Dijk. We did discuss this previously. We've got 4 central defenders all on the crucial squad role, so it's no real surprise that we've had Kimpembe and Van Dijk come to us and hand in a transfer request, but I'm just going to force both of them to stay at the club until the end of their contracts and let them walk on a free, so I'm not too fussed about that. We also see Will Smallbone go down with a broken toe, which will rule him out for 3 months, but to be honest, he doesn't really play too much anyway. It's mainly really garbage time, so I'd much rather it was him that went down with the broken toe than one of our more important players like Yusuf or Downs in that midfield. But anyway, match day 8 of the Champions League phase. Bayer Leverkusen coming to take us on at St Mary's. Would love to finish the league phase unbeaten, but lots of changes for this one. Come on, you Saints. Oh, what happened there? Player just fell on the deck, and now Edozie forward to Marcus Leonardo. Angle's tight, but he's got no options, and will take the corner. Is he given a penalty? Is it? Oh my goodness, he's given a penalty for that. That is very harsh. Marcus Leonardo hasn't missed so far and it continues that record as the Brazilian with another spot kick for the Saints. 100% record for us from the spot and against the run of play, and really harshly from the referee. Southampton take the lead. Gruev into Edozie. Nice flick for Walker-Peters. Swings across in early. Nathan Teller's in there. And against his former team, nearly scored an absolute cracker. But Valles makes the stop. Saints lead by 1 at the break against the run of play, but looking to remain unbeaten in the league phase. Rodrigo forward to Sane, through to Victor Boniface, pegged back, and it's Yusuf and Diashime with a brilliant piece of defending. Branthwaite through the gap to Florian Wirtz, and that is a fantastic stop by Muric as Leverkusen go in search of the equaliser. Muric again there with the punch, but it is all one-way traffic at the moment, as it has been all game. Shares gets his pass through and Van Dijk's in the way. Well, there's the whistle, and I'm not really sure how. It's been our most common scoreline in the Champions League this season, but Southampton winning by 1-0 once again. I want to check after the game how many of our wins have been by 1-0. I think we won 7 and drew 1 of our 8 league phase games. I wonder how many of those wins were by 1-0. I reckon 5 or 6 of them, because it feels like every game ended 1-0. Marcus Leonardo from the spot wins it for Southampton. Well, as we take a look at the final league standings, Southampton do finish top, our first year in the competition, and we finish with 7 wins and a draw, 8 goals scored and just 1 goal conceded, which came in Naples. We'll be joined by Barcelona, Manchester City, Inter Milan, Bayern Munich, Olympique Lyonnais, Real Madrid and Milan in the top 8. And as we scroll through here, you can see the teams that finished in, I think it's 9th to 24th or 25th. I'm not sure, but the teams progressing through to what is effectively the last 32 as Leverkusen miss out on match day 8. But I want to have a look at the fixtures this season in the Champions League, because I want to count. So 1, 2, 3 Salzburg, 4 Mönchengladbach, 5 Sporting Lisbon, 6 Ajax and 7 Athletic Bilbao. All of our wins in the group stage were by a single goal to nil, and then the 1 draw came in Naples against Napoli. That is a ridiculous record, man. I cannot believe that. All of our wins by a goal to nil. A couple of days left in the transfer window. We've got 62.5 million to spend, and with James Ward-Prowse and now Will Smallbone still down injured, I am tempted to bring somebody in, and we mentioned him in the previous episode. We flirted with the idea of bringing him in. Let me just go and find him. Yeah, the man I'm talking about, Angel Gomez, now made a couple of appearances for the England team. Can play attacking midfield, central midfield, or slightly deeper as a number 6. He's got great physical stats. He's a really, really good ball player. Great technical stats as well. And he's just a real all-rounder. I'm a big fan of his game in real life. With the money that we've got to spend, I think this is a really good pickup, especially as it looks like his deal is up at the end of the season. So Angel Gomez, let's see if we can bring him back to England. Chief Exec reckons we can get him for as low as 26.5, so that will be my opening offer to Lille. Well, they want Yusuf and Diashime, which is just not going to happen. I'm not sure what's going on with the menus here. I can't see what numbers I'm inputting. It's a bit strange. We'll go back with 27.5, and they're happy with that, plus a 10% sell-on clause. I don't mind the sell-on clause. So for 27.5, looks as if Angel Gomez is heading back to England. So Angel Gomez is in for a pretty cut price deal of 27.5 million. The former Manchester United Youth Academy graduate returning to England after a stint out in France with Lille. And honestly, his stats are so well rounded, he can practically play anywhere. But I think in this team, he's going to struggle to get minutes in attacking midfield with Stein and Chaibi ahead of him. I think there's every chance that we drop him slightly deeper to centre mid, which is only going to take him 2 weeks' time, and he's more likely to get game time in the slightly deeper holding role as a DLP than as an out-and-out number 10. But Angel Gomez, really, really good signing. Welcome back to England. Right then, well, we'll jump straight into our next game after that signing as we see Manchester City draw away at West Ham. Chelsea have drawn against Brentford, which they can't really afford as they're trying to cut the gap, and Tottenham travel to Anfield to take on Liverpool. So a great chance to move top of the Premier League here. Still unbeaten, of course. Doesn't really feel like it with the 8 draws we've had, but we're still yet to lose in the Premier League this season. Looking to pick up a pretty straightforward 3 points here on the road at Turf Moor. Come on, you Saints. Yeah, Manchester City just going into a poor run of form. It happens to every team, even the best, and Manchester City, champions last year, they have the know-how, but at the moment they're just struggling a little bit. And remember, at one point the gap was 7 to Man City right on the halfway stage after 19 games, but now after 23 or potentially 24 we could go top of the league with a win here at Turf Moor. How quickly things can change in top flight football. Well, that is a very, very strange ball, and Kudus picks it up. And Kudus bides his time and finds Marcus Leonardo. Now it's Stein. Normally the other way around, but Stein bags the opening goal. He scored in all of his last 3 appearances. Forest away at the City Ground, then against Lazio in the Champions League, and now here at Turf Moor as well. Stein is in fantastic form, and this time it's Leonardo to Stein, repaying the usual favour. Yeah, how often do we see Stein laying the ball off for the Brazilian to finish? But on this occasion, it's the other way around. Stein, the beneficiary, and now looking to repay the favour of Marcus Leonardo, and it's 2. And right on cue, Stein to Marcus. They're starting to form that bond, and Southampton look set to top the Premier League table. Well, with Flynn Downs on a yellow card, I'm not going to risk him, and the new man, Angel Gomez, is going to come on for his debut. Funnily enough, at Turf Moor, bit of channel history here. Coming on at Turf Moor, where I spent a year in my player career mode last year on FC 24, where this man Angel Gomez was sort of my bro in that Burnley team. Me and him had the link up. I was playing up front and him in the number 10. So Angel Gomez returning to Turf Moor in a different world, but he has played here before in another universe. Well, there's the whistle here at Turf Moor. A comfortable win for the Saints on the road to send us top of the Premier League. All the damage done in the first half from Stein and Marcus Leonardo, both with a goal and an assist for each other. And the Saints back on top of the Premier League with 14 games to go. Well, at the same time as us, Spurs managed to grind out a 1-0 win at Anfield. Brilliant result for them, and that definitely throws them back into the mix. 49 points for them, so 7 behind us, but still a long, long way to go. City just 2 points off us, but going through a little bit of a slump. As we head into transfer deadline day, I don't think we're going to make any business. I don't have anyone that I'm looking to sell or loan out, and after the signing of Angel Gomez, we won't be looking to bring anyone else in, so we're just going to skip through deadline day pretty quick. So that is going to do it for January deadline day. Biggest deals were Sandro Tonali leaving Liverpool to head back to Italy as he joins Inter Milan, the former AC player. Interesting to see how that one will go down. Yohan Bakayoko staying in the Premier League but leaving struggling Bournemouth to join Newcastle, and Kai Havertz leaving the Gunners to head to Italy to join up with Juventus. But through the final hour of deadline day into the beginning of February, where we will head into our next fixture as we take on Michael Carrick's Middlesbrough side at the Riverside, looking to make it through to the 5th round of the FA Cup, where we've not really mentioned it, but Southampton still in with the chance of a treble this season. Yeah, as I say, it's a very slim chance of a treble, but technically FA Cup still in it through to the 4th round. Premier League currently sat in pole position, and of course through to the last 16 of the Champions League. Do I think that we've got enough to win all 3? No, I really don't, as Chaibi fires that just wide. But do I think we have enough quality to win one of them? Yeah, I actually do. I'm not sure which one it'll be. I think the FA Cup is the one we've got the best chance of winning, and I would love to end the season with our first piece of silverware. The Premier League, although we are top, it's Manchester City. We know they always come good towards the end of the campaign, and I don't think we're quite good enough for the Champions League just yet. So I do think this competition is the one we've got most chance of winning. So I've stuck quite a strong side out there today, looking to make it through to the last 16 of the competition. Gomez into Chaibi. Gomez back into Chaibi, playing in this slightly deeper role today. Gomez, Cameron Archer, lovely turn. Archer on the weaker left peg against the team he spent a year at on loan from Aston Villa. Cameron Archer showing the respect, but you just knew that he was going to score today. There's a lovely little ball into him, a lovely jink onto his left foot, and the finish past Sol Brynn gives Southampton the lead here. Yeah, I mean, when you think about some of the money that's been spent on these players that are in the so-called sort of reserve side, the cup side, we should certainly be doing pretty well in this competition and others as well. We've got Angel Gomez, of course, £50 million on this man, Chaibi. Gillette cost us around 20 million quid. So the valuation of this team would be pretty high. And yeah, we should definitely be looking to make it to the latter stages. As a couple of corners there, Chaibi will pick up the loose ball. Look at the space for Gillette. His shot blocked, and Borough will clear. Just want that second goal to give us a bit of daylight. Well, second half's just gone a bit flat here as we approach the hour mark, as Nathan Teller brings the ball forward. Walker Peters now. Back to Nathan Teller. To the byline. Teller pulls it across. There is the chance, and Sol Brynn equal to it as Edozie is denied. So one part of his game he needs to work on, Edozie, is in front of goal as Kimpembe's header is kept out by Sol Brynn. Edozie wins the header. There's Chaibi. He deserves a goal today. Chaibi to bend one, and it's just wide. And hits the stanchion behind the goal. Still looking for that second as we make a few changes. Chaibi's been brilliant today. Deserved that to hit the back of the net, but it just flashes wide as Borough hanging on in there at 1-0. Well, there is the whistle here at the Riverside, and it's Southampton's favourite scoreline at 1-0, but that is mainly down to the fact that Sol Brynn had a brilliant game in between the sticks for the Borough. Kept it at just 1-0, trying to keep his side in the game, but in the end, Cameron Archer's goal in the 14th minute is enough to send the Saints through to the last 16, where I'm hoping we're going to get another favourable tie and will give us a great opportunity of making it to the quarterfinals and beyond. I really want to go for this competition this season. Well, before jumping into our next game, we can see that Gomez has officially converted back to a centre mid. I think, yeah, it'll take him ages to become a CDM, but I'm happy with him as a centre mid. We'll put him on the DLP development plan just to work on the passing stats. But yeah, he is looking like a really good pickup towards the end of the January window. But let's find out who it is we will face. In the FA Cup last 16, we will be taking on Bolton Wanderers. Well, that is exactly what I wanted. And look at those fixtures there. Arsenal taking on Liverpool, Chelsea away at Newcastle. And then on the first page, you'd expect Spurs and Manchester United to get through, Crystal Palace and Wolves probably as well. But we know that one of Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle and Chelsea are going to be heading out. So that's exactly what we wanted. Another EFL side at home at St Mary's in the last 16 of the FA Cup. Great opportunity to reach the quarters. Well, jumping into our next game, it's a big one as we take on Eddie Howe's Newcastle United. Not a great season for them, sat in 14th place. And at the same time, Manchester City travel to Tottenham. I don't know what the best result would be there. Probably a draw or a Spurs win, because another loss for City will pull us even further clear at the top. But we need to do our job at St Mary's against Eddie Howe's side. Big, big game week here. Come on, you Saints. Chaibi again looking to bend one. Great effort, and Kudus. And Kudus again. And it's behind for the goal kick. Couple of brilliant saves there by Lucas Chevalier. Gordon skips away from his former teammate Livramento. Tino trying to get back at Anthony Gordon. Dest offloads to McGinn, and now Isak runs into Solé but has it back, and Isak fires in the opening goal. No clean sheet for Muric today, and the Saints behind in the Premier League. Not something we've said very often this season. Kudus, oh, fouled by Camavinga, and that is going to be a second yellow for the Frenchman. Naughty tackle, and Camavinga is going to be off. Free kick for Southampton. And now playing against 10 men, a great opportunity to get back into this. Chaibi swings it in, St. Maximin's header. Ward-Prowse into Solé. Forward to Livramento. Space to run into. Oh, and now Gordon brings him down. What colour card is that going to be? Because that is a naughty tackle from the Englishman. Is it a second red? It is. Newcastle down to 9 men. What a crazy game. Still they lead by 1 though. With 17 to play, can the Saints find a goal to equal this up? Ward-Prowse will float the ball in. It's a brilliant ball, and the flag is up. I'm not sure if it was the initial header back from Kudus. I think it was. But the goal will not stand as Ward-Prowse flings that in. He does go early. Newcastle hold the line well, but surely Southampton are going to find an equaliser here. Ward-Prowse into Stein, and Stein through to Marcus Leonardo. Surely this is it. There it is. Pick up the ball, because we need all 3 points here. 14 to play. There's so much space in midfield, and we're back on level terms. Now we need to find the winner. Chaibi into Martson. Oh, terrible pass. And so is that. Given away again. Stein. Through the gap to Chaibi. And Marcus Leonardo denied by Chevalier. Big, big save by the Frenchman. Ward-Prowse to swing the free kick, the corner in. Solé goes up. And that is going to do it here at St Mary's. Newcastle down to 9 men. We found an equaliser, but couldn't find a winner to claim all 3 points. Difficult one to assess that, because it feels like 2 points dropped, but we were a goal down in the first half. But with Manchester City looking like they're winning at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, I think that will put us level on points with Guardiola's side again. Well, have the results on matchday 25 turned our 3-horse race into a 2-horse race? Manchester City and ourselves level on 57. Or is it even a 4-horse race now? Chelsea into 3rd after their win at the Amex. 7 points behind us, and they now jump a point clear of Tottenham in 4th. Honestly, who knows? I think it's going to go down to the wire, but we'll close out with this one. Here as we take on Brighton, this time at St Mary's. Chelsea travel to struggling Crystal Palace. Tottenham are away at Leeds, and Manchester City play on Sunday away at Carrow Road. So all of us with fixtures that you would probably have us as favourites for. Will anybody blink, or will all 4 teams continue to keep pace? Let's find out as we host Fabian Herzler's side at St Mary's, looking to close out the episode with 3 points. Come on, you Saints. So I've actually gone for Chaibi and Stein from the off in this one. Chaibi playing from the left, as an inside forward in place of Alan St-Maximin is sort of one of those dilemmas. Like, you got all these good attacking players and sometimes you try and shoehorn them in. It's a little bit like England with all the attacking players that they've got at the moment. How do you fit them all into the team? I've sort of attempted that today with Chaibi and Stein both starting. Is it going to pay off? Or are we better with the natural pace of St-Maximin out wide and one of the two in the number 10? I guess we will have to wait and see. But at the moment, both of them are just playing so well. It's difficult to leave one of them out. Martin down the left does find Chaibi. Chaibi to bend one. Decent effort from the edge of the box, but Trubin saw it all the way and managed to keep gloves on it. I've told Chaibi he can sort of roam around today. He doesn't have to stick to that left-hand side. You can see him there picking up a very central position as he and Stein do link up. And Chaibi fouled and looks as if he may have gone down with a knock there. Now it's Martin into Chaibi again. Now it's Stein. Shooting position. And it's just wide from the Dutchman as we still hunt that opening goal. Need to find it from somewhere in the final half an hour. Well, I'm not really too sure what my thoughts are on the outcome of the experiment. We failed to score with both of them on the pitch. As now Santiago Jimenez. Oh, that's brilliant. And what a save, Muric. What a save by the Kosovan. Done well to win the header, but Gomez dispossessed on the edge. Trouble here. Ball through the gap, and Jimenez has it again as Brighton looking for a winner, and they might get it, and I think they have, and that is going to be a huge dent in Southampton's title hopes. I said that all four sides had winnable fixtures. Southampton haven't lost all season, and it looks as if we're going to here. We've not been able to find the goal. And Muric beaten by Moran. We've got 6 minutes to save ourselves, or we're heading for our first defeat of the campaign. St-Maximin through to Stein, and we have done it. Sem Stein runs off to celebrate, but I want him to pick up the ball. It's going to be another draw in the Premier League. The players are going mad, but there's still 3.5 minutes to play. And Ward-Prowse and Martin and St-Maximin coming in. There's a big header at the back post to deny the Frenchman getting contact on it. And 2 late goals here at St Mary's. A crazy end to the episode. We thought we'd lost it, but Stein with the equalising goal. It still feels like 2 points dropped, and we could be off top spot to close out the episode. Well, as we get back to the menu, what we'll do is we'll take a look at the injury for Chaibi, as no, it's another broken toe for the Algerian. He's been so unlucky with the injuries this season. Just as he's starting to find his form, he goes down again, which makes me even happier that I picked up Angel Gomez in the January transfer window. But before we take a full look at the table, let's find out who we'll face in the Champions League last 16, where we will be taking on... It's the Germans, Eintracht Frankfurt. Well, do you know what? I fancy us in that tie. Over 2 legs away in Germany to start off with. I really do fancy us to knock out the Germans and make it to the quarterfinals. A big ask going beyond that stage in our first year in the competition, but I reckon we can reach the final 8 of the competition. But guys, that is where we will leave it for today. Manchester City and Tottenham both held to draws on the road, but Chelsea winning at Crystal Palace means that they're now only 5 points behind us as they claw themselves back into the title race. Manchester City go top once again on goal difference by 1, so it is all to play for in the final 12 fixtures, as our 3-horse race does look as if it is extended into a 4-horse race. Really enjoying this battle for the title, and I hope you guys are too. I'll catch you in the next episode very soon. Take care, guys, and peace.